All right, sorry about that, guys. I think I was having a bit of technical difficulties. Let's get resituated here. Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm with the Lupus Foundation of America, and you are, if you're joining me, we are doing the W.T.Y.L program. It's a web chat for young Lupians. And I'm just getting situated here. I apologize for starting a little late. It was supposed to promptly start at 2 o'clock, but I couldn't get our live video to go. And now I'm just getting resituated here. But I have some fun stuff to share with you guys today. So again, hi, I'm Leslie. I'm with the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter. And the third Saturday of every month, about 2 o'clock, we do a web chat for young Lupians. And so you are welcome to join me and view. We have lots of exciting things here to do. Today we're making purple slime. Kind of fun, right? It's cold, it's slimy, it's fun to play with, and guess what? I'm adding glitter because I love everything that sparkles. So for all you people out there in Facebook, thanks for joining me, thanks for watching. Oh yay, I see Nikki's on here. Hey Nikki, thanks for joining. I'm making purple slime. I tell you what, I'll make some slime and I'll send it to you. So I just want to let you guys know what you need here, okay? Yeah, awesome. So thanks for joining, Nikki. Okay, so today, let's talk about the web talk for young Lupians. This is a forum where we're just trying something new. Typically, this is a phone chat, and this group is typically for kids between the ages of 8 and 18, but we're opening it up for everyone. So any parents out there with children that have lupus, we're giving you some fun things to do, some summer activities for you to do with your kiddos out there, or maybe you're like me and just like to make purple slime. So definitely fun. So basically everything I got to make this slime came from the dollar store. So that was awesome, right? It was just a couple bucks. So if you're viewing me, if you're joining in, I have lots of fun giveaways. So if you're viewing, you have to tune in to win. I have some prizes, a couple gift cards to give out. So again, I said I picked up pretty much everything from the dollar store. So I got some dollar store gift cards for you to pick up these items. So what are you going to need? You're going to need clear glue. Okay, I got that at the dollar store. You're going to need an airtight Tupperware to store your slime in. You're going to need baking soda. Of course, glitter. I got all of this stuff at the dollar store. What I wasn't able to find though was contact solution. Actually, I picked this up at Target, like in the travel section, just a little bottle of contact solution. So far, glue, contact solution, baking soda, water, and glitter. This is gonna be so fun and easy. I kind of concocted this slime recipe, and I'm going to add some essential oils for some aromatherapy for this green slime, okay? Other things you'll need, a spatula and a mixing bowl. So really super easy here. So we're making purple slime for the teletalk for young Lupians, and today it's a web talk. So thank you for joining me. Again, we're doing giveaways, so I want you to stay tuned and have fun throughout this segment. And I went through all the stuff that you need. And to make this educational, I wanted to share some fun, some facts about lupus and try to make this educational for everyone. And really, I want to have fun with you guys. Hopefully, you know, you're staying out of the heat and just relaxing at home, or maybe you'll view this a little bit later. But if you tune in with me, don't forget, I'm going to be giving you some prompts for some giveaways. So that'll be great incentive to watch me today. So, okay, so first thing, let's share some facts. So with the Lupus Foundation, you are always getting the latest, most accurate, up-to-date information, and that's what our chapter currently provides. We're trying to get out there and support lupus patients and empower them with education and awareness, and we do that through programs of education. We just finished up last weekend our summit, so I don't know if you guys watched our annual Lupus Summit. It was with OSU Wexner Medical Center. We had Dr. Stacy Ardoin and Dr. Beatrice Kennel join us, and that was great. So we're always providing educational materials for you, but today we're just gonna have some fun. So, okay, I went through the ingredients here. I have my sparkle shirt on today because we're gonna be doing lots of sparkly stuff. So, okay, first fact, the Lupus Foundation of America estimates that 1.5 million Americans have a form of lupus. And because this is the teletalk or web talk for young Lupians, you know, out of that 1.5 million Americans, about 15 to 20% of that population are actually kids. So, you know, lupus can affect children, elderly. Typically, patients are diagnosed between women that are between their childbearing years, but the reality is that men, women, and children can develop lupus. So with that information out there, I just want our young kids out there, our parents to know that we support you and that you're not alone. I don't know if Nikki's still out there, but she actually came to us as a child with lupus. And thanks, Nikki, for joining us. And I appreciate you allowing me to share your story. It's a good story to share, and you have a lot of good information to give to the kids, so thanks. So, okay, our first ingredient. 5 ounces of clear glue. Super easy, right? So I'm just gonna put it in my plastic bowl. We're making purple slime. Purple slime, so great. So don't forget you're gonna need a Tupperware container. Okay, what's my next fact? Something that I want everyone to learn today is just about flares and remission, okay? So I want to tell you guys that the goal for every lupus patient is to find remission. And how are you going to do that? Well, you're going to work with your physician and your family to figure out what sort of things trigger your lupus so that you can find remission. You're going to work with your rheumatologist and take your medications as prescribed so that you can successfully find remission. And that is the goal for every lupus patient, to figure out what the best treatment options are for you. And so how do you do that, right? How does someone find remission? Well, one, you have to work with a great rheumatologist. Your rheumatologist and you are going to be the leaders in your healthcare. And so, you know, kids with lupus out there, you're going to be working with your parents to talk with your physician to see what the best treatment options are there for you. No 2 lupus patients are alike, so your care is going to be individualized just for you. So some things that we know is that lupus can affect, men, women, and children. And so we really need to figure out what are the causes of lupus. Unfortunately, we don't know. We don't know the causes of lupus, but what we believe is that there are environmental triggers encompassed with genetic factors, right? So our genes play a role in this. So what are those environmental triggers, right? One of them is the sun. And so I think today is the first day of summer. The sun, although we want to be out there and enjoy being outdoors, we can, but you need to take protection. The sun is a known lupus trigger. So what do we have to do? It's easy. We just have to protect ourselves. Wear sunblock, wear a hat, long sleeve shirts, just protect ourselves from the sun. We don't want to be out in the sun all day long. So, you know, going out swimming, 30 minutes to an hour, great. But then make sure you come in, dry off, get in the shade and relax a little bit. Okay, so within moderation. So this is my first giveaway. Anyone out there? Sun. If you can message the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter on our Facebook page, just message us, sun, your contact information, and I will send you one of my favorite sunblocks out there. So how do you know what sunblocks are good for you? Not everyone likes wearing sunblocks, I get it. Generally my daily lotion has general SPF in it. But there's other sunblocks out there. So definitely, if you message me the keyword sun, S-U-N, to Lupus Greater, O-H, and send me your contact information, and I will send it to you. Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it. There's some special sunblocks that we can use that has to be ordered online. There are special sunblocks we can use that's great. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely order some sunblocks online. So I'm just gonna send you, I'm not trying to promote any products or anything out there right now. I'm just letting you know that you need to find and trial what sunblock is best for you. So Nikki's right, you know, get out there, Amazon Smiles, if you're using that, just order some sunblocks and see what's best for you. I tend to like the Neutrogena brands because they're less oily. And talking with physicians, they tell us the higher the number, the better. So actually the number means how many minutes of exposure you have for sunblock. So if it's like SPF 50, it's 50 minutes. If it's SPF 75, it's 75 minutes. But with that said, if you're swimming, if you're sweating, if you're rubbing it or wiping it off, that will affect the sunblock. So, you know, if you're wiping it off, it means that you're taking off the sunblock, so you might need to reapply. But that's what that means. So, okay, again, first person to send the Lupus Foundation the keyword sun, S-U-N, and send us your contact information, I promise I will send you a bottle of sunblock. So that's the first giveaway. All right, so in my bowl, I have 5 ounces of clear glue. And actually, my bottles are 4 ounces. It's what I picked up from the dollar store. Again, I still have gift cards to give away. So I'm just gonna try and like measure, eyeball about 1 more ounce in there. That was probably a little on the heavy side, but this is just, you know, it doesn't have to be exact measurements. So I did trial this already, so I know what we're getting into here. All right. So with it being the first day of summer, I wanted to mention about the sun and the effects that it has. And actually, so what happens with the sun, right? The sun actually, the UV rays in the sunlight actually affects lupus patients on a cellular level. It is a known trigger. It actually causes the lupus activities to get worse and heighten. So that's why we want you to be mindful of the sun. So absolutely never, ever, ever a tanning bed, and limit your sun exposure. So, okay, so I have glue. I have half a cup of water. I'm just gonna put this in there. I kind of feel like I have my own cooking show, except I'm making slime. Half a cup of water. And let's see, yep, a half teaspoon of baking soda. Interesting, huh? So yeah, I just didn't want to make a mess. So a half a teaspoon baking soda, just right in there. And a tablespoon of contact solution. Where's that little bitty? So a tablespoon of contact solution. Again, the measurements don't have to be spot on, but that is about a full tablespoon contact solution. And something that I thought would be fun to do is to just add some essential oils in there for like aromatherapy. I don't know, you could use like cotton candy, watermelon, something fun that you like to smell, but what I had on hand was lavender. So I'm just gonna put 5 drops of essential oil to give it some aromatherapy. And great, it doesn't have to be an exact science, but yeah, you can use some fun scents out there. Definitely, this is, you know, getting gooey in there, that cold slime in your hands, and now we'll have the scent of lavender. All right, so in my mixing bowl, I have 5 ounces of glue. I have half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a cup of water, 5 drops of essential oils. And I did see at the dollar store that they had some essential oils. You might want to smell them beforehand. I actually got this from like a sales rep from doTERRA. I just like that brand, but you can use whatever you want to use. So half a teaspoon of baking soda and then 1 tablespoon of contact solution. Here comes the fun part, okay? So all of these glitters I got from the dollar store. So I picked up a bunch of purple colors so that the slime would be purple, right? so I just, you know, eyeball. There is no exact measurement at all to the glitter that you can use. And you're just, you know, whooping up a recipe of purple glittery funness. You know, you don't have to use glitter. You could use like cellophane, like different iridescent cellophanes to put in there. You know, I've seen people put like little foam balls and stuff like that. So just whatever you kind of have. A lot of this stuff you might even already have on hand. If you wear contacts, maybe you already have the contact solution. I had some glitter of my own, so I just brought that. You know, I'm gonna put this one in. So it doesn't matter what types of glitter. It should be different, like coarses, fine, different textures in there. I have this pretty, I don't know if you can see that, some like teal and silver in there. And, oh, Nikki's saying Maroxyril. Yeah, that is an ingredient for sunblock, right? Thanks, Nikki, for sharing. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for joining me, hon. You are definitely a gem. One of my BFFs for sure. Thank you, Nikki. Yep, so we're making purple slime, and I'm making a bit of a mess. I don't know if you guys can see all of this. Can you see all this? Woo! I should show you the fun colors I have in here. Let me just add one more. I have this like pretty white snowflakey look. Yep. And okay. So the last thing you need, and I'm gonna warn you, this kind of gets a little bit messy. And actually, before I go on to the next spot, if you message lupusgreaterohio.org your contact information and the keyword 1, either the number 1 or ONE, I will send you a gift card to the dollar store so that you can make your own concoction up. So doing a couple giveaways here. And again, second giveaway is if you are the first person to message the Lupus Foundation Greater Ohio chapter with the secret word, the keyword 1, either the number 1 or ONE, with your contact information, I'll send you a $10 gift card to the dollar store. All right, so let's see if you guys can see this. I don't know, but it's like super glittery. Can you see it at the bottom? I purposefully picked like a clear bowl so you could see all the colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. Let's see if you can see this. Can you see this? It's ooey gooey purple glittery fun. So okay, let's talk about lupus. So I've actually been in contact with some other younger lupus patients of lately, and I talked to a person, super awesome, fun young person, and I don't want to give so much away because I didn't really let them know I was going to talk about them, but they were letting me know what they're interested in. And so this individual is just really into gaming right now. So I don't know if any other lupus patients are into like virtual reality and gaming and stuff like that. So I'm looking to see if, I don't know, we can gather other young lupus patients to kind of join like a gaming platform together with the Lupus Foundation. This individual says that, you know, COVID is a serious thing, but this individual just, you know, really kind of is enjoying their time just being home and being able to game and just meeting people online and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know, they just are having fun right now. Oh, someone else is joining me. Gina Robinson, thank you for joining. We're making purple slime. I hope you're watching because I'm giving a couple giveaways away. I don't know if you guys messaged me, but I have 2 more giveaways. So if you've missed the first 2 giveaways, I have more coming. So, okay, check this out. It is like still kind of soupy, right? It's really sticky. but it's fun. I don't know if you could see this. So really, that's all you need. The baking soda, contact solution, and we're just mixing it up. I actually pre-made some slime already so that we could see what it looks like. A couple of things that we've talked about this far is, it is the first day of summer, so I want everyone to be mindful of the sun. It doesn't mean that you have to be a recluse from the sun, but it just means that you need to take precautions. So definitely wearing sunblock is one of those tips that we want to share out there. You know, drinking water, staying hydrated is super important. Some people, which I don't get because I love drinking water, definitely hydrates me. They just don't like the taste of water. You know, there are little things that you can do to maybe like vamp up the taste, like Gatorade, or like there's some of those like drops that have Milo that have like not sweeteners, like sugar-free sweeteners or like healthy sweeteners if you're just need a little bit of flavor. Personally, I like adding fruit to my water. I think it gives it more of like a natural taste, and I actually prefer that over like the drops and stuff. But I know my family, they like the Milo. All right, can you see this purple gooey slime? I love it. So we really just need to, the trick here is just to continue to knead it. That's really what gets this stuff going. So I know the office staff was having some fun putting some marketing materials out there for this purple slime, going back to Nickelodeon times when everything was being slimed and stuff. So hopefully you guys are into this. And so, okay, I wanted to talk about other lupus triggers. Definitely, we know the sun is a trigger for lupus. And the reason why we're talking about this is because to best manage your lupus, we really need to know what your triggers are. So what are the triggers that you know that affect you? I don't know if Nikki's out there, but do you know any of your triggers, your personal triggers, things that you have to avoid to kind of keep yourself on an even keel? I thought Gina was on here too. If Gina wanted to message me and just let me know if she knows of any lupus triggers. But so the sun is one of them. I also wanted to mention sometimes medications can be a trigger for a flare. And medications like sulfameds sometimes react with some lupus patients. Not all, but some. So sulfa medications like Bactrim, those can sometimes cause a lupus flare. So definitely if you have to get on some sort of sulfamed, you want to be talking with your rheumatologist before starting those things. And definitely want to know if those things are okay for you. So how do you know that? How do you know if it's a trigger? It's something you should talk about with your physician. So sometimes we need those medications and you have to outweigh what the repercussions are, right? If there's an infection that's going on and you've done a culture and sensitivity and you know that a specific med is needed, and that should be definitely something that's talked about with your physician, okay? So I definitely wanted to mention that. Other medications like tetracycline, these can cause like sun sensitivity. Other medications like antibiotics with penicillin have been a known trigger for some patients, not all, but some. And I know Nikki said for her, the cold and stress. You know, truly, I believe stress to be a #1 trigger for lupus patients, especially now with just everything with the pandemic, kind of being reclused at home. You know, I don't know if you guys are feeling the effects of that, maybe not seeing as many people as you're used to, which is why we're doing these videos, because we want to have some sort of stress relief. And that's also why we're making slime. See, it's getting stickier. Slime can be, playing with it can be a distraction and a stress reliever. I added lavender for the aromatherapy for the calming effect. So there's definitely reason why we're making slime here. It's not just because it's fun and pretty. It could be a therapeutic thing, just doing an activity. It's getting thicker. Just doing an activity to take your mind off of things. You know, this is really easy. I'm just playing with this. I'm not, you know, vigorously steering or anything. I'm just playing around with it and kneading it. And you could totally use your hands and squish it around in there. I just prefer to use the spatula. So what else is everyone saying? That's all my... Oh, your grandkids will always want to play with slime, for sure. It's fun. It's definitely, I made some slime for us, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. And it was really like cold and gushy just in your hand, and it kind of felt cool. It felt good. So, all right, I think it's like the right consistency. I think I still need to knead it a little bit more. So we're talking about triggers that trigger a lupus flare. Someone had mentioned stress. Yes, thank you, Gina. Stress is definitely a trigger for lupus. Maybe that's something for you. So what can we do? You know, that's why we're making slime. It could be a stress reliever, playing with it. And there's different kinds of stress, right? There's emotional stress. There's physical stress that we put on our body, and we want to be mindful of those things. So the last thing we want to do is harbor those feelings and not talk about them. Bottling them up and keeping them inside when we know something's bothering us or aggravating us is probably the worst thing that we can do. So we really need to talk with someone. And if you're, you know, under a tremendous amount of stress, talking with your physician, talking with your parents can sometimes be difficult because you're just stressed and, you know, it's hard to talk to people about it. But your parents are there to help you reiterate to a physician or a nurse practitioner what you're going through. And so definitely our parents are our #1 fans, and we want to be sure that we're just letting them know. Maybe some days are a little bit tougher than the others. Maybe you just need to get your slime out and just play and just be alone and relax a little bit. And guess what? That's okay. I highly encourage it. A little alone time to just de-stress is a great thing to do. So what are other things? Actually, physical stress, like, I don't know, like a traumatic injury could also be a trigger for some lupus patients. We actually know a young woman out there who is trailing the Appalachian Mountains. And she is just amazing. She is a lupus patient, and her lupus was actually triggered by a car accident for her. She is now a paraplegic, which means that she has lost function of her legs, waist down, or actually I think it's knees down. But with assistive devices, she can walk, and she has gotten these assistive devices, and now she trails the Appalachian Mountains. So it's just one of those ladies that is a big inspiration to the lupus community that we commend her. So definitely, but that was kind of how her lupus came about. All right, so it is like super goopy. I think I want to show you my final product here, and we could talk a little bit more. So as I'm getting my second one out, my third giveaway is another $10 gift card to the dollar store. If you message me the keyword #2, either the #2 or TWO, if you message me at the lupusgreaterohio.org's message, I will send you a $10 gift card to the dollar store so that you can pick up all of these fun stuff. So actually, I'm gonna get my slime that I made before. So, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm actually keeping my slime in the fridge. And sometimes the effects of lupus can cause a little bit of joint pain or swelling. Maybe sometimes there isn't swelling, but just joint pain. And so if you keep it in the fridge, it'll be nice and cold. And see, look at that. Isn't it cool? It's like all jelly in there. But if you just take it out, you can play with it. So, if you're having some swelling going on, you could put this on your hands, you could put it on your elbow, wherever the swelling is at. And if you guys were with me, I added some lavender for some aromatherapy effects. And you could just squish this and play with this. So I don't know if Gina's still on here, but I'm sure your kids would love that. Nikki, I have a couple slimes that I'm gonna send you for being the first person watching with me. But this could be a definite stress reliever. I don't know if you guys caught that. I have a second gift card that I want you guys to message the Lupus Foundation with the keyword 2, either the number 2 or TWO with your name. The first person that does that with their name and contact information, I will send you a $10 gift card so that you can make some purple glittery slime out there. So I don't know if you guys thought this was cool. I thought it was a lot of fun. We shared a lot of great stuff. Thanks, Gina, for still watching with me. I think my aunt's out there too. Oh, she's such a great supporter. Hi, Tita May. Thanks for joining. I'm making some purple slime for our young lupus patients out there. Some fun activities, and it's nice and cold. So again, I keep mine in the fridge because, you know, if there's any joint pain or inflammation, you could just go ahead and put them where that inflammation is. Get the effects of the lavender aromatherapy. You don't have to use lavender. You can use stuff like cotton candy, other essential oils to just get the aromatherapy effects. But you can see like my first slime here just needs a little bit more kneading. But it formed together really good. So that's still kind of sticky. I'm still gonna have to like maneuver it around a little bit. But I just think this is a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys do too. If you don't have the supplies to make this right now, of course not, because we just messaged out there. I will put the specific ingredients into this post when we're done here, the amounts that you'll need. But basically, you probably have all of this stuff at home to make with the kiddos. So any parents out there wanting to have some little summer fun activity, it's a great way to just kind of cool down and play with some purple goopy slime. All right, so what did we talk about today? Other lupus triggers, we just want to be mindful of any infections. That could be a known trigger. So definitely staying free of infection is very important. And we're trying to figure out what sort of triggers trigger lupus. And the way you're gonna do that is work with your physician and talk to them about, you know, the certain things. We know the sun, right? We mentioned that again. I'm gonna just be very specific about it. You need to wear sunblock. If you don't like to wear sunblock, there are clothing out there that have SPF built into it. There is a company out there called Coolie Bar. I've seen some stuff at Walmart. They have like long sleeve shirts with the SPF already built into the shirt. So that's definitely great for patients to get so that they can be covered up. And the reason why we're doing this is because I really believe stress can be one of those #1 triggers for patients. And so playing with purple slime can help alleviate stress. Not only can it help alleviate stress because we have that lavender scent in there, but the cold, I keep my slime in the refrigerator, the cold can be great on the joints. We talked about stress being an environmental trigger. Some medications, we talked about that already. And exhaustion. So definitely, fatigue can be a big trigger flare. So, you know, if you're doing a little too much, if you're feeling a little worn out, it's okay to rest. Go ahead and hang out on the couch, take a little naps during the day. That's great to just build back your energy up. So some of the things I just want you to be mindful of, things to think about on how to control lupus flares and put them at bay, because why? Remission is the goal for every lupus patient. And if you can get your lupus into remission, you will live a long, healthy, happy life with lupus. You just have to figure out how to get there. And how do you get there? You work with your rheumatologist and talking with your parents about how you can manage the signs and symptoms of lupus, okay? Okay, I just, want you guys to stay connected with the Lupus Foundation. We're trying our best to just get out there, and we have online support groups that are meeting by web. If you check out lupusgreaterohio.org, you can visit our chapter calendar to see all the programs that we're doing. I am doing today's program is a web talk for young Lupians, and we welcome parents to come on here to have fun with their kids. We picked an easy thing to make. Sometimes, a lot of the times you have these things at home. I had a lot of glitter at home, but I did need to get glue and more glitter to make it purple. We want you guys to stay connected with us. we're trying our best to reach out. We have patient navigators throughout the whole state of Ohio. So the Lupus Foundation is out there trying to just gather up the community. So I believe we have 20 patient navigators everywhere. Lima, Toledo, Cincinnati, Wilmington, Middleburg, Middletown I meant, because that's where Nikki's from. Just everywhere, trying to get into communities to best serve our patients. And I am working with young people with lupus. We call them young Lupians. And I'm trying to figure out, a suggestion has been brought to my attention about starting some gaming platforms. And so I'm going to be working with that individual to see how to best do that. The cold may not be good if you have Raynaud's syndrome. That's true. So someone said cold affects Raynaud's. This is true. That's why I didn't put it in the freezer like an ice pack, but I'm talking about treating inflammation. So if you have Raynaud's syndrome or the phenomenon, that's where there's a lack of circulation to like the tips of your fingers, the tips of your nose. So, and what's happening there is that the blood vessels aren't getting enough blood flow. So the cold is not good for that. I was talking more for joint pain and inflammation. If you have Raynaud's, sometimes what's necessary is keeping gloves with you. So like if you're grocery shopping or in a place where they're really pumping the AC this winter or this summer, so to speak, definitely you'd want to wear some gloves in the grocery store to get into the freezer section or the refrigerated section. But yeah, you wouldn't want to play with purple. You could just play with regular, not refrigerated slime if you have some issues with circulation, a lack of circulation, and if the cold affects you. So just the cold if you're battling some inflammation. My favorite color is purple, and the slime is really pretty. Thanks, Yolanda. Yeah, it is really pretty. So I think we have, let's see, one more, my last gift card, my last $10 gift card. So if you message the Lupus Foundation of Greater Ohio chapter, if you instant message us the number 3, it could either be the number 3 or THREE and message me your name and address. I'll send you a $10 gift card to the dollar store so that you can go ahead and make your own slime. So I thought this was really fun. I think it's really pretty too. I don't know if you guys can see how fun this is, but it's definitely a stress reliever. Someone did point out to me, I've been keeping my slime in the fridge for if you have joint pain, to just kind of put those on the joints, but you don't have to store it in the fridge. If you're someone that has Raynaud's or issue with circulation, just keep it in your airtight container. So when you're done with it, I just keep mine right in here. Let me just put it away right now. And actually, Nikki, I'm gonna send you out some slime so that you can play with it. Maybe Nina and some of your friends can have some fun with purple slime. So, okay, just to wrap stuff up here, the Lupus Foundation works with many coalitions, and I just want you all to be a part of it. So if you're joining me today and you're a parent of a lupus patient, maybe you are a lupus patient, maybe you are a young person with lupus, what I'm trying to teach here is empowerment and just empowering you to take part. The Lupus Foundation is whatever you want to make it to be. What does that mean? If you're looking for support, we have support for you. If you're looking for knowledge and education, we're here to give you that knowledge and education. Last week, we just met with medical experts at OSU Medical Center to talk to us about lupus. So this is definitely the platform where you're going to be able to gain as much information as you want. If there is a specific topic that you're looking for, someone messaged me about Raynaud's syndrome. If you want to talk more about Raynaud's and lupus, I can send you some information on that. We have a medical resource guide for the state of Ohio. So sorry if you're viewing us from outside of Ohio. Most of our resources are in Ohio, but if you're outside, I will help connect you with a local chapter. So that's my main point here, is that if you're out there and you have lupus and you want to be connected, contact your local lupus chapter. It is your local lupus chapter that will help you with statewide initiatives. Last November, we gathered over 100 people and over, I think, 50 other organizations to reform step therapy. And I don't know if you're aware of what step therapy is, but step therapy is a problem. But we have made change and we have made reform because we gathered up 50 lupus patients. We went to Columbus, joined with 100 other people to join this coalition. Step therapy is when you and your physician decide on a medication that would best treat your disease. There are other diseases there, but say the physician wants you to start a medication and they feel this will best treat your lupus, but you go to fill that medication and the pharmacist says that your insurance will not pay this medication and that you have to trial medication A, B, and C first and fail before they'll give you the medication that your physician wants you to be on. We took a huge stance to this, and in the state of Ohio, we did get a bill to reform step therapy. That would not have been possible if patients didn't come forward to the Lupus Foundation and tell us, there is a problem. This is what's happening. And we took to it and we went to our state capitol to lobby and advocate for this. And we spent all day talking to our representatives, our senators, our local district representatives to let them know that this cannot happen. And we won. So in order for there to make change, we have to join together for sure. Oh, hey, Stacy, thanks for joining. Oh, I see. You know what? Message me. I'm not sure if you're in Ohio, but I would definitely be able to share information with you about lupus and kidney. We can definitely connect, and I want to be giving you some information. And Gina, you and your granddaughter are going to make some slime today. Great. That's what we're doing here. Sherry, does Michigan have a chapter? So actually, I can help you look into see what chapter best serves you. It may be the Indiana chapter that might be helping you. Actually, it's difficult to run nonprofits today. And I will tell you, I've been with the Lupus Foundation for quite some time. Our original database, I used to work with a gentleman from Michigan that was a part of the Lupus Foundation. And I can help you. I think it was, who was it? Sherry. If you contact the Lupus Foundation, I will help you figure out who is the best chapter with you. Oh, yay. And someone's in from the office and says, we have 3 winners. So that's great. I'm not sure if the first winner out there should be the 3 keywords. The first one was sun. So whoever messaged us first with sun, there should have been 4 winners total. And then Miss Stacy, yes, you're in Ohio, and thank you. Okay, great. So connect with me. Let's see what other resources I can get with you. So again, you guys are joining me for the W.T.Y.L. It's a web talk for young Lupians. We did some fun stuff. I made some purple slime, which I'm gonna package up here and see how it's already formed. Like it's already all nice and sticky. But I made some ahead of time so that you guys could see it. So, okay, basically here, you know, we're close to the 3 o'clock hour. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be doing this again next month, again, the 3rd Saturday of every month. And I haven't yet thought of the topic, but I was thinking of bringing everyone together and doing some friendship bracelets. And someone's saying, Carol, I stand behind you. Oh, I'm so sorry. She lost her mother in 2015. And the longest surviving patient of New Jersey at the time. Wow. Okay. So are you in New Jersey? I'm so sorry about your mom. My mother-in-law has lupus, and that's why lupus is so near and dear to my heart, and why I continue to fight alongside her and the hundreds and thousands of lupus patients that we help serve. So thanks for joining me, Carol. And, you know, I feel for you. I'm sorry about your mom. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys. We had some winners. I hope you guys had fun. I'm trying to think of other things. If you want to contact me, you can email me. The best thing is to email the chapter at info@lupusgreaterohio.org, or you can email me, Leslie, my first name, Leslie, @lupusgreaterohio.org. You can call the office. Really, calling the office between Monday through Friday is the best way to get a hold of us. You'll always typically get someone. So we are some of us are still working from home, but we're still answering the phone, still answering emails. So you could definitely call the office, 1-888-NO-LUPUS, if you're looking for some information. Again, we have 20 patient navigators ready and willing and able to help you throughout the state. So if you're looking to connect with someone locally, we'll try to connect you with that patient navigator. There are some big things coming up for the lupus community, some big announcements, but I won't spoil them. So stay tuned with the chapter because we have some big surprising stuff that's coming about. And my biggest thing is I want you guys to know that the Lupus Foundation stands behind you to support you, to find the best education, give you an arsenal of information so that you can be the most successful in life. We work to empower one another, we uplift one another, and we want you to be a part of that. So thank you for joining me. And if you're not in Ohio, please do reach out to your local chapter. If you need help finding your local chapter, we'd be happy to do that. I think someone said they were in Florida. It already kind of scrolled by, but yes, if you're in Florida, I could help connect you with the local chapter there in your state, because we do have some great chapters out there. We have next month the Ask the Expert series. We'll be doing a talk on nutrition. We actually have a nutritionalist from University Hospital, Miss Gretchen Spence, I believe her name is, and she is super awesome and has great stuff to talk about. She does a segment about fire foods. So fire foods are foods that are known to cause inflammation. It is some great stuff that you definitely want to be joining in on. So if you're looking to sign up for that, you can go to our website at lupusgreaterohio.org and look for the Ask the Experts. The best way to do that, to get in on all of the stuff that we're doing, is to sign up for our newsletter. So if you sign up for our newsletter, you'll definitely be getting notifications about that. But again, you are on the Greater Ohio site. So if you're in Florida, I think I saw Michigan and Indiana, contact those local chapters so that you can get the information that's happening with you. Plus, Indiana, I just found out is an hour behind us. So, different time zones and whatnot. So I want to be sure that you guys are jumping in on the programs when you can. But okay, does anyone have any questions out there? We should have had 4 winners total. Thank you guys for joining me. I have one other slime left over. If someone messaged me, the first person that messages me on this live post, I'll send you the slime that I just made today. Everything was clean here. I'll send it in this Tupperware if you want. Nikki, I'm gonna be sending you my original slime for joining me first. But yeah, so basically I have slime galore here, and if you want it, I will send it to you. But definitely we'll see who the 3 winners are for the gift card and the bottle of sunblock. So it is summer, be safe out there, and we definitely want to hear from you guys. So the best way to do that is to reach out and let us know what you need, okay? Any information out there, we'll be happy to send you. And know that the Lupus Foundation stands behind you, alongside you, and is fighting with you to find better medications, better diagnostic tools, and way to uplift and empower you. So thanks for joining me for the W.T.Y.L program. I'm Leslie from the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter, and it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be seeing you soon. So next month for sure, okay? I'll be doing something else, maybe some friendship bracelets, or maybe we'll just do some informational stuff. We'll see. If you like this segment, just let me know. Thanks for all the hearts and hugs out there. I appreciate it. Right back at all of you guys, and I'll check in with you soon, okay? Have a great day. Be safe. Wear sunblock.